So I mean, we do a lot of talks about nutrition, and it's not often you just get to actually put your hands on food. Like having well, hopefully you put your hands on food on a regular basis. But having the opportunity to just take the knowledge and separate the different foods into different categories, whether it's good and bad or the different macronutrients, and then build a meal. Anytime you can go make things a little more tangible, it's more likely to resonate a little deeper with you. So first thing we're gonna do is test your knowledge. So we have bags of food. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have everybody split up. There's no point in doing teams, just because there's only a good and a bad table. So let's get everybody just to work together. We're gonna separate the foods into the good and bad tables. If you're not into reading things in the morning, that side is good, that side is bad. I thought that was a tall boy for a second.
Oh God.
Cool. So
Hey, Vita.
let's get up and do it.
So what do you guys think? Why do you consider good foods good and bad foods bad?
Sugar content is bad. That's high.
Okay, what else? Don't pick me, don't pick me.
Processed foods
Okay.
are bad. Like non-fat or low-fat, because usually something else is in it.
Okay. What else?
High sodium.
Okay.
High sugar.
Sugar.
I like how you said that.
Sugar.
High sugar.
Anything else?
White flour.
Okay. What about the potatoes? Why are the sweet potatoes on the good side, white potatoes on the bad side?
Because eat one, not the other, as she said. It's not that.
It's Deb's fault. she made me do it.
She's right. Because they're better than that.
Okay.
That's why we did that.
Based on what?
Nutrient value for the amount of food that you eat. So potato to potato. The sweet potato is much better choice than the white potato.
We'll come back to that.
And what about, all right, that's good. Why is the agave on the good table? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller?
Better than white sugar.
Better than white sugar. Okay, but it's still on the good table, right? Just tell us the answer. Just tell us. You wanted a neutral.
You should probably run your own seminar.
Okay.
I would totally go to that.
I'll
Having
hire
a
you.
farmer. And why is so agave's on the good side, table sugar's on the bad side?
Unfortunately.
Why? Yeah, that's really not cool.
Table sugar's processed. So
Says
So
the
it's-
agave.
Yeah.
is it the agave's processed?
Right. So it's understandable to want a neutral table because a lot of people wonder why a good food is considered good, bad food considered bad. It's not that it's good or bad, and I don't even like using those terms because just all this other guilt and all this crazy stuff. But it just depends on how processed a food is and how many ingredients it has. So table sugar, like you guys said, highly processed. Agave is still pretty processed, so I would maybe put that on more of like the neutral or bad side. Yeah, so I mean, you guys did a really good job of putting like most of the whole foods on the good side. So foods with like no label, not a lot of ingredients. If kale, ingredients, kale, one ingredient. So pretty good. And then you did a pretty good job of putting the other stuff on the bad side, the more processed, like that oatmeal, the sugar.
I could tell the pineapple was definitely an RD member.
They're like, this is high in sugar. You guys are smart. Yeah, so really good job on that. I'm really, really, really impressed.
So if foods have a lot of ingredients, typically that's an issue. If they're highly processed, that's an issue. Also with fats, just artificial fats. So trans fats, there's really not a situation that they're the best choice. Also just foods that are highly processed that have added fat that's not natural to that food, right? So even if they list like decent, like a couple decent fat sources, we can just assume if it's a high fat food that's processed, probably not the best choice. So far we have foods with lots of ingredients and processed foods, or highly processed foods. We have just some of those fats that are inherently bad. And then we also the rest of it is dependent upon your goal. So we'll go into macronutrients in a little bit and just how to put meals together based on timing or what your goal is. But if we look at the pineapple's not bad, right? It's just if your goal is fat loss, like I said, we'll go deeper into this later, but if your goal is fat loss, then maybe pineapple should only be after your workout because they're a little higher in sugar, right? Even table sugar, I can't tell you that's bad if your goal is muscle gain and you're somebody who's a harder gainer or has a higher activity level. Actually, processed sugars immediately after a workout may be the best thing for you. So there's really not much that is actually inherently good or bad.